Hi, I'm Jamal Lewis. Was with the Ravens from 2000 to 2006, and this is Untold Stories.
What an amazing player, number 31, Jamal Lewis.
I went into that season with a 2,000-yard mindset. The only way you're going to get 2,000 yards, you got to have big games, and in order to have big games, you got to have big runs. The week leading up to that game, the season opener, I was actually on the phone with a good friend of mine that I went to high school with, Robert Cromartie, and he was good friends with Andre Davis, and we was just all on a three-way call, and he said that he heard that I would get the ball 30 times, and he said if I got the ball 30 times, he would get 30 tackles. So, I just said if I get the ball 30 times, I'm gonna break a record.
And it's Jamal Lewis. Got an opening. I'd say he's going to get his touches. After one, he has 6. Touchdown, 82 yards.
By halftime, I think I had 180-something yards, and I remember Jonathan Ogden basically calling the shot and saying, hey, look, we might as well go for the record. And I'd always saw Corey Dillon when he broke the record, and he had 274 yards in that game. I'd always knew, I said, we can, I can do that, and that was my mindset.
Jamal Lewis off the right side, he's got a first down, broke a tackle, he's at midfield, 45-40, up the middle, he's at the 30, 25-20, pull it away, 10-5, touchdown!
After that game, it was just more of, just really just taking it all in. Wow, we did it. I think the most special part of that 295 game was when I was sitting at home and I got a call from it was a Baltimore number, I didn't know who it was, and I answered it, and I just heard a voice that I knew on the other side, and he said, Jamal, this is Art Modell. He said that was one of the best performances that I have seen since Jim Brown, and that was hands down one of the best parts of actually having that game. So Cleveland was one of those teams that was somewhat of a rivalry. I can remember going into that last game, we knew there was gonna be high emotions, playing at their home stadium. It was cold as all get out. One of the things when we played the Browns, you knew that they was gonna be amped up and ready to go at the beginning of the game. But Coach used to always say, just go out and do your job and wait till the second half because there'll be nobody in the stands. We just laid on them, the first half. And we knew we wasn't gonna pop any big runs early. In the second half is when we knew we would go get it, and they would be kind of worn.
And Jamal gets the ball coming right up the middle. He's into the secondary. Look out. 45 midfield. He could go. Touchdown, yes! Jamal Lewis. Lewis, he pops into the secondary. 10-5. Touchdown. Jamal Lewis does it again against the Browns.
And that's when we came out and really ran it hard. And I think I ended up coming out, I don't know, maybe late in third quarter, early fourth quarter or something like that. I would have gotten the 60-something plus yards I needed to break the all-time, the season-leading record, I can tell you that.
Just getting warmed up. Don't let him talk you out of it. Let's go.
Do you wish, looking back, that you would have stayed in for one or two more series?
Looking back, I wish I could have, but at the same time, Coach Billick, he had a good point. We were going into the playoffs. I needed to be healthy, so didn't want to risk my health or injury, being selfish. So.
This is a record-setting day for us. Jamal Lewis is going after it.
Going into that game against the Steelers, the last game, it was more of dialing in. Never had a real big game against the Steelers. And to go in expecting to get, over 120, 130-something yards, I knew that was hard to do. It was just really just go out and just give it all you got, because we was looking more for the record and not so much the 2,000-yard mark. I didn't look past the 2,000-yard mark. I kind of knew that we would get 2,000 yards. The record of 2105, that's where I wanted to get. So that's where my numbers were held and where I really wanted to go. Going into that game, it was just, hey, look, this is it. This is do or die. You know, you can make history today, or, you know, hey, look, you'll be part of history. I was locked in, but everybody around me knew. So, you know, you can't help but listen to everybody else, do the numbers and do the calculations. If you get this many yards per carry, or if you get this many carries and you average this, or you just need to average these yards, you know, during the game, you'll hit the record. So you can't help but notice it and listen to it, but you just got to keep a level head and just stay cool and just go out and play your game.
Jamal with the handoff, and there it is. Over the 2,000, he's at the 50, 10, 5, touchdown Jamal Lewis! Yes! 25 yards to go over the 2,000 mark.
My mom was at every game. I thought that she had made a phone call to God and just that was coming down, because we going into overtime and the yards count, and I'm like, this is meant for me to get this record. You know, we actually completed a pass, might be one of 5 passes we completed the whole game across the middle. I thought the coach would give me another carry or 2, but he said, hey, look, you know, we gotta go into another game next week. We're going to the playoffs. I'm gonna just, you know, and he kicked the field goal. So, you know, it was what it was. I wish we could have, but I thought that overtime meant, hey, it was my time, but it wasn't.
Stover kicks it. The Ravens beat the Steelers.
I think if I could go back, I didn't speak much. I might have voiced my opinion later, but in the game, you know, let the coaches coach, whatever. But I think I would have went to coach and just said, hey, look, let me get this one. And I think he might have let me go get it, but he knew I wasn't going to give him any pushback. So glad to be in the 2,000-yard club.